Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Eve. This is Everyday Artist, and welcome. This is Rogue, who's had a challenging morning. So for Christmas, my son asked me what I wanted, and I said a vet visit for the dog, and so we went this morning. And you want to go back to sleep? She had a Bordetella vaccine. She was good on rabies still, but just in case I need to put her somewhere while we're moving or something, I want her protected. So, well, plus a reputable place won't take her without it. Anyway, she's annoyed with me. But it wasn't a shot, you know. Bordetella is just, they squirted it in their mouth. But the reason she's annoyed with me is because I've been gathering stuff for my video today. Now, I am going to do my regular stuff first, and then my plans for 2025, which include a WIP Go board that is new starts, and also I've made like a calendar of what WIPs I want to work on throughout the year. And the dog was like, are you ever going to start the video? So here we are, finally. What time is it? It's late. Let's see. It's 2 o'clock. So I'll do my normal stuff, and then I'll move on to this giant pile of stuff that probably is going to become a crap-a-lanch. Anyway, and I thought I was losing my mind because there was like, I couldn't find the pattern, but I had the stitching. I couldn't find the stitching or the pattern of, and I'm like, I just had it in my hands. It was underneath a magazine. Anyway, we're going to start with the Stitching Mommy's Temperature Turtles. And this is the design, and yes, I wrote the temperatures over that. This is the design, and we are in the last half of this turtle. Do I have any of his fins? No. Do I have his head? No. But I'm going to try to get that done. We have had an unusually warm winter. Last week it was mostly 80 to 84 degrees. So very warm. We have some family coming in for the holidays, and I asked my sister, did you tell them to bring shorts and t-shirts? Because they live where it snows. So not snows a lot, but it does snow. Anyway, I just love it when it gets done. I did do a tiny bit of the back stitching, but you know, I had to move on. So if I don't finish it before the end of the year, I'll just finish it within the next year sometime. And as I said last week, I did design my own temperature chart. I love the ocean stuff. I have been snorkeling on both sides, you know, in the Atlantic and the Pacific. I have to say that the West Coast snorkeling there was terrifying because you could tell how deep it was. In the Caribbean, the water is so crystal clear that you can see everything, and it's fantastic, and people would actually think it was close by, and they would start to go down with just their snorkel stuff and end up with burst capillaries along their eyes because they didn't realize how deep it was. So that was a story by the guy that was saying, here's your flip-flops, here's your snorkel stuff, don't do this. But of course, since it starts with the waves up here, and then, of course, the seaweed goes down. I wanted to go ahead and get a start on it. So this is my sparkly thread, a fabric. Can you tell how sparkly it is? I don't know if it shows up. It's very stiff. It's a DMC Ada, so it's very stiff. But there's my start. That is enough to get started, but I'm going to try to go all the way across if I have time. Well, I eventually will go all the way across. So, I was in Michael's looking for this color thread. I thought I had it. I did not, so rather than wasting time looking for it, after all, I have things to do. It is Christmas. I went to go get it. And I passed by a little sew-on patch of a sea turtle, and I went, oh, and I love sea turtles. Why didn't I put any? So I'm gonna design an add-on sea turtle and lobster. Don't lay on my stitching. Thank you. That will just come with, and you can put them on wherever. And those of you that have already purchased it, I will have it as an extra download. So anyway, I need to have a sea turtle in mind. And I'm going to make it a size where you can either swap out, a seahorse or a starfish, or you can just put it in somewhere. So there's plenty of space. I did do a new start. I can't show you the pattern because there's no picture. It was a free pattern, Cross Stitching for Fun free pattern. Well, technically it's not free. They want you to donate, and once you donate, then you can get the pattern. But it says each of us is an innkeeper who decides if there is room for Jesus, and then it has a cross and a stable. And I just thought that was great. There is my start. I'm stitching it as it's called for, and it calls for Colores threads. And it's supposed to be on white, but I had this blue and I liked it, so that's where I'm going with that. So. By the way, French knots are really hard to do when you don't have any anchoring way to get started. They want to just slide through. Very annoying. But I love the pattern. I wanted to finish it by Christmas this year. Not for any gift or anything, but because I like it. Because I think it's something that I need to remember, And I thought it's a relatively narrow, you saw. The width of that is the widest part. That I would frame it in a narrow way or finish it and put it where you're going to go walk out the door, because it also matters how you treat people. I don't want to lengthen this video, but I told my son I was Karen-ish yesterday. And I explained what happened, and it was just a previous employee or a friend of several people there at Dutch was there, and they let other cars go by. Unfortunately, I was behind him, her, I have no idea. And they just sat there chatting. If those of you who live near a Dutch understand how long the lines get. There was not a lot of people in line, but by the time we got out of there, there was a line all the way out. The it's a double line that circles around like that. And it was almost all the way to the back because these people were just, and I'm like, why didn't they just park and go inside? They have an inside, you know. My son said, you know, you just need to mind your own business. I'm like, I had just been to the grocery store. I had groceries in the car. But I said, I was never rude. I was just, I would like to leave now. I mean, I already had my drinks. They brought them out because they knew they were just yammering over there. It makes no sense to yell at the people that are there. They're really, really, really sweet people that work there. Yeah. And I need to learn to make sure that I treat people with dignity and respect at all times, even when I'm mad. So, and then I did a tiny bit of work on plant pots, and this will also be seen in a little bit. I'm sorry, but all of my stack is over here by the microphone, so I apologize in advance. I don't know what she's barking at. Do you remember last time when she was barking like that? The cat had gotten out of my sister's room, and she was growling at the cat. But I don't think that's what this is this time. You need to stop. Are you done? I did a little bit more work on hands-on design. I hear the bells. And basically, I just made a long brown line. Now, there are bells over here. If you can see this picture here. Almost this entire line is what I did. And then there are these bells here. I have this finished to about here, just the middle part. So I have quite a bit more stitching to do. And then I have a tale of woe on my gingerbread house. I really want to get it done so that I can watch the video one more time. But she does do excellent instructions. So I know that if I don't watch the video again, I'll be good. But I really wanted to. And I realized I had some nice stiff, it's not like mounting board or anything like that, but it's stiff enough for this. And I might be able to think about finishing it. And you're going to see some threads hanging out, and I will explain why. This is kind of sort of the light. So end of the day-ish, you can really see. Okay. So these two should be one over, and there should be a different color here. I decided to leave it. And then I was doing these down here, and I went to put one in between, which is green. I went to put one in between. No, maybe it's not green. I don't know. This green goes in this lollipop. I realized that there's not enough space, and I thought it was just this. I have to take this out too. I thought it was just this. No, this is in the wrong spot. So, yeah. So sad. But, you know, I shall persevere. Anyway, that is all of my regular stitching. So if you don't want to see the rest of the video, you do not have to. And this is not a traditional WIP, end of the year WIP parade or anything like that. It kind of sort of is. It ends up being, but that's not really what it is. So I think you remember that I had decided not to do WIP Go. But I decided to do a WIP Go board with new starts and make a list how, like, January, what I'll work on. These may or may not be in order. So I'm just going to work on them and go down. The new starts are at the bottom. So, and I did go over those in the Three Sisters video. So if you get past the WIPs and you go, oh no, I can't watch any more of this, you really will see in the Three Sisters video all of it. So I decided, I haven't worked on this in ages, basically since we packed up the house. I thought, I don't want to get that all out and then have to close it. Yeah, I might as well have been working on it, right? So I decided that I would set myself a goal of at least 100 stitches a month. That's, I think, doable. It's not a big deal. If I don't get 100 stitches, nothing's going to happen. But this is where I am currently. And, I'm always really careful to wash my hands and not eat anything that might get my stitching dirty. And there's a spot. It's not a dark spot. I can live with it. It's way up. It won't, it would not interfere with the piece at all. But I was like, how did that happen? So, the snowman. By the way, the gingerbread house will be finished before the end of the year. Definitely. That's the last piece, and all I have to do is do back stitching, so I'm, kind of sort of mostly done. So, in October, I'm just looking at my list and going, yeah, because these are here in front of me. I want to finish, I have the, let me do this one first, and that's not October. Yeah, it is. It's October. Holy Family. This was to have been a gift last year for Christmas, and I didn't get very far. This is how far I got. I did a lot of these last year for Christmas, and it just didn't make the cut. So the other one isn't on the cover. And did I mark which section it's in? I did not. I just copied the pattern, but it's in black and white, so you won't be able to see it. So this is one I did not. I'm sorry. It's called Candy Swirls. Oh, and Holy Family. I'm sorry. I don't know who the designer is. If I see it, if I come across it when I'm trying to do this, I will let you know. By the way, these are out of last year's Christmas ornaments, cross-stitch Christmas ornaments. It is called Candy Swirls, and it is by Julie Bortoli. And there's the picture right there. And it has silver Kreinik in it, so I had to buy more just to be sure. I'm looking for Holy Family. I don't remember where in this book it is. Because it was a year ago. I mean, seriously. But I do want to get this done. And perhaps next year for Christmas. I finished something for my brother-in-law, and without my sewing machine and stuff, I couldn't even finish it this year. So I finished it in the spring, and I wanted to give it to him for his birthday, and my sister said, why don't you just wait and give it to him at Christmas? And I foolishly said, okay. It's a Hanukkah. It would be a berry. Okay, I can't find it. So this is how far I am. That little picture didn't do the justice of how big it is. But these are, the light. These are DMC satin threads. See how shiny they are? I think that's cute that they look like candy, you know, with the shiny thread. The Candy Swirls is September. And remember this guy, Pawts? That is slated for July. I was going to put these in the right order. Didn't turn out that way. And while I did this list past week sometime. And since then I went, oh no, I'd rather change this to that. I haven't changed it on here yet. So I'm not even really sure where I'm going to stick it in. So this is one of the ones that was lost underneath the magazine. This is by Cross Stitching for Fun. They call it Black Cat. I call it Art Deco Cat because I have another pattern that's called Black Cat, which I might decide not to finish. And it is slated for March. I knew I had my hand on. I've been looking for this for like half an hour. So I'm working on the second cat in the darker color. And this is a gift for my sister Naomi. She has 2 orange tabby cats. If I think about it, I'll put a picture of them here. I probably won't think about it. I'll put this where I can see it. And then searching is, oh my God, what did I do with that? I had it. Where is it? Sorry. Phoenix Biscornu, Tiny Modernist. I completed the front, but barely got started on the back. And this is supposed to be in August. Okay, that's not on there. Um, one of the substitutes that I'm putting in is it doesn't have the name of the pattern here. It took a long time for me to find the name of the pattern. And I find it very difficult to work on because it's a black and white pattern and the symbols are small, and anyway, let me see if I can find the name again. It had the name here somewhere. I can't find it. So this was given to me by my son's girlfriend, so I really wanted to finish it. But it's really hard to tell one color from another color in the pattern. So I'm going to have to make an effort to. I copied the pattern, and that should help, so that I know what I've done and everything. Because some of the colors are really. Some of the colors are really, really, really light and kind of blend in with what the fabric I chose. So I'm going to also do that one in July. Now, this one, I couldn't find the pattern. I was like, I have the WIP, I have the threads, where's the pattern? Apparently I'd already brought it out here, but not the other half of it. So I'm working on this berry. Even though I like this berry better, that's supposed to be on silk gauze. No. Honestly, I don't enjoy working on anything that is smaller than 32 count. That's how far I've gotten. I did a lot of substitutes on the threads from the called for Gentle Art threads, and I used the substitute suggested and then had to change it again because I wanted this to show up, and it really wasn't showing up. I can't wait to have this berry finished and be able to put it out at Christmas. It's very cute. I really love berries. I love the fact that you can put them anywhere, like, stick them in lots of different places. They're easy to take out, put up. They're easy to put away. I just love them. So, and that I have slated for December. Also, in December, I started on the second snowflake. These are called snowflake ornaments, and they're by Cross Stitching for Fun. And I finished the deer with the exception of his eye. That's supposed to be brown. And I'm doing the owl next. I have no idea what this is. So I may stop it too, but I really like this one too, so I don't know. I looked at some of their, people stitching their stuff, and I saw finished versions of the other three, but I didn't see a finished version of that. And on their website, it looks the same. So I don't know what it's supposed to be. Part of me feels like maybe, I don't know, they look like animals you'd find in the north. So part of me thought, polar bear? I have no idea. They're very responsive. I should email them and say, what the heck is that? So, as I said, December. And in November, I am going to, this is going to be one of my WIPs that I'm concentrating on, Christmas Lantern. And I worked on it this past November, I think. And this is where I am. I'm not quite sure if I'll be able to get done. That would be awesome. I love this pattern. I fell in love with it the second I saw it. I love it. But that is what I'm going to concentrate on part of November. And then the other part of November, I have to put a picture here. There's the picture of the last of the wizard snowmen. I'm working on Mary Hufflepuff. Technically, this is a new start. I finished the other 3, but I'm not calling it a new start. I'm calling it a WIP because I'm not going to finish any of the other 3 until I have this one done, so that they are all finished the same way, the same time. So I'm calling that a WIP. Instead of one of my patterns, I am going to do Holly Jolly. Holly Jolly Christmas. I'm working on this. I have not gotten as far as I would like because I end up doing other things. So it's almost all the way across. So then I just need to be doing this bottom part. So. I have both berries done, but only one of them FFO'd. I have no idea what I'm waiting for. So that I'm planning for October with the Holy Family one. And then I plan to work on this one. This is by Cute Patterns by Maria Bravko. And I plan to work on this, and I don't see where I put it. I could have sworn I put it here somewhere. Anyway, in April. So in August, I am going to work on hands-on design, Flamingo Bells. Technically a new start, but I finished the other one or 2 that I have, and I want to finish them at the same time, just like the Wizard Snowman, so I'm calling this still a WIP. I have it in the same thing on my thread stash, so. And in August. So in September, if I had them in order, it'd be so much easier. I want to work on hands-on design blueberry berry. This is how far I am. And then in June, Botanical Bee, again, hands-on design. I guess I just really love her patterns. I wish I'd gotten farther in this. I really love this, and I started it almost right away, but then life happened, you know. So, also in June, Dirty Annie's Southern Style Winter Reindeer. There are counting errors in that deer that I decided to leave. I did not mark them on the pattern. I'll just, when I'm ready to do the other deer, I'll just make sure that they're kind of sort of the same. If they're not exactly the same, are people going to notice or care? I don't know. I just want them to end at the same, on the same line. So, yeah. In May, now they're kind of sort of in order, right? In May, sorry, I piled all the stuff inside the one thing. So in May, I want to finish working on hands-on design. Sorry, it's in here. I tried to take it out, but it won't slide out. I'm sure it would. But the summer basket. And I thought these were all together, and apparently they're not. Okay, come on, come on, come out, come out. So I have the first one finished. And the second one finished. So I am working on the third one. I did not get very far. Is this one? Pardon me. I'm so sorry. So that is one of the ones I'm going to concentrate on in May. Also in May, and here's a picture, because I don't have a printout of it. I'm going to work on a Narnia. And it's on sparkly thread. Sparkly. This is called for fabric, called for threads. They're all DMC. This is by Stitching Book Club, but they're technically the same that designed the 2023 temperature style that I did, which was Sapphire Mountain Handcrafts, and this is so pretty. I love it. And then I'm counting this as a WIP. Spring bookmarks. I'm pretty sure all the ones that I've started, I have finished. If not, I'm still working on this one. I did finish this one. If I already finished this one, I think I might get this one with this one. And the only difference in these two is the color. And I like the colors on this one better. They're just a little more vibrant. And that might be the only, I have the fabrics already dyed and everything ready to go. I have all the threads and all, but I'm not sure I want to do the other two, so we'll see. And that is in April. Also in April, I'm going to try to work on this some more. See if I can find a colorist thread or a fancy floss that I'll be happier with. If not, I'll just go back to the black. Not the black variegated that I'm working on with. And it's not that it's horrible, the black variegated, it just wasn't coming out the way I wanted it to. So, see, you can't see this, and this looks weird. So, I don't mind the tail, but after that, I think I used other threads in there or something, but I stopped when I went, this is not what I want. I don't like it. So I may have to just put this piece of fabric away and get another piece and start over. I don't know. In March, other than the double cat, I will be working on Be Happy. And this is also by Cross Stitching for Fun. I actually bought this one. It's very cute. And I've only gotten this far. It's a very easy stitch. I don't know, something interrupted me, some kind of other pattern or stitching, maybe Nashville Market, I don't know. In February, Cross Stitching for Fun, Cross Stitch Camp, the challenge was to stitch something in just one color. I normally do not buy one color pieces. Even those snowflake ornaments, they're technically 3 colors. And I couldn't decide, and I finally went with this. I don't like pink. I don't like Valentine's Day. I was married on Valentine's Day. It has lost any meaning for me whatsoever, and this is by Cross Stitching for Fun. But as a nod to pink, I'm working on it on pink fabric in a variegated black. And I really like the way this looks. And then, as soon as I'm done, I'll make it into a little pillow or something and give it to somebody, because I don't even know why I'm working. And then I would really like to get this done. I'm not sure half a month is enough to get it done. But I would really like to get this WIP off. So this is where I am so far. So almost all of the inner circle done, and then it's just the borders. And that's saying something. That's an awful lot of border. But won't get done if I don't work on it. So I'm going to persevere. Wait, it's upside down. and try to get this knocked out, or at least that inner circle finished. So all 4 of these seasonal designs are in circles. So technically, after I finish that circle, I could have it done in a mat board that has a circle. I don't know. So, yeah. Did I say this was cross stitching for fun? This was the first pattern I bought from them. No, technically it was the second. I bought the one with the dragonflies, which is summer first, and then I added this one because I really liked it, which is weird because I don't like those. So that's for February. So for next month, January, I am going to concentrate on cute boots, and this is on 28 count even weave. That's how far I am. Part of me wants to just stop. No, I like the whole thing. I even like the saying. It's when life is stormy, put on a pair of cute boots and dance in the rain. I think it's a great sentiment, not sediment. Anyway, that's for next month. Probably all the threads are somewhere else. We'll see. And then also DMC, turtle. I'm substituting quite a few threads for sparkly threads. This is, there's no picture. So I'm basically done except for this back part. So, and his belly. I'm hoping to make some decent progress on that. So, that's for January. I think I'm going to rearrange all my project bags for the projects and threads and stuff like that to be in the various months, so that I just go and grab January's project bag and both of them will be in there. Now that is all the WIPs. I had some other WIPs here that I thought, if I, not feeling that one, I'll go to this one, but if that happens, I will certainly let you know. So, on my WIP Go board, wow, we're already at an hour. I'm really sorry. In no particular order, because I got them out of order. Or maybe they're mostly in order. I don't know. This one is one of them I put in there. I'd love to start this. And my new starts, I'm doing 25 and 25, as if I need more. I had more WIPs than I could do 2 a month. So I'm going to call a new start working on it one day, and whatever I want to get done in that one day. So when they get called at the end of this month, for next month, I'm going to make sure I have the threads, have it packed, have it ready, and go from there. This is my number 1. Cougar was number 23. So I'm excited to see what I'm going to start when. I've had this for a minute, This is Dirty Annie Southern Style OMG. It's OMG tree. OMG, they got me a whole tree. Part of me hopes that gets called like middle of the year so I can finish it for Christmas. Number 3, I don't know who designed this, and it's not on the pattern, and there are no pictures. I was thinking yesterday it was Maria Bravko, but it's not. That's from Lemon Cat, so I must have had them in the same bag or something. I can't really show them to you. A glimpse. It's called Cat Trio, and it was a free pattern. I can't even tell you where I downloaded it from. The biggest one is 70 by 70, so not big, but I think this is the one I'm going to do. They are all different colors. Oh, here it is. Doreen Jones, Durene Jones. So there's 3 of these. Maybe I'll do the smallest one. I don't know. I don't even have a fabric picked out, but if it gets called, I'll deal with it then. Number 4, Winter Deer. Number 5, Shepherd. I love snowmen, and I thought I would just go gaga over all the snowmen for this series. This is the only one I liked. That's not true. This is the only one I wanted to buy. I liked most of them. Then number 6 is Sea Turtle. Those of you who've been with me for a while, I did, this is the same one as the Seahorse and Clams that I did. And this is by, I don't know who. Vi Cross Stitch. VI Cross Stitch. That's who the copyright's owned by. I used some variegated floss. I think they were Coloris floss on the other one. So, yeah. And then I want to start Neighborhood Dog Show. And it is a 2014 pattern by Little House Needlework. I haven't had it since 2014, but I've had it a long time. It's not a huge pattern, 139 by 79, but at the same time I bought a different pattern. I think I was wanting to work on it for cross stitch camp, and I just said, nah, I'll do the other one. And then, can anybody guess why I liked this pattern? Luminous Fiber Arts Counting is Hard. Back here it's finished like a drum. Anyway, I think I have the fabric I want to work on it. I have to make sure the stitch count works, but. And then Number 9 is, I did these backwards, so sorry. Number 9, no, that's not right either. We'll skip number 9 for a minute. And number 10 is Trick or Treat. I snagged my sister's Cross Stitching for Fun magazine. This is, which one? 2020 fall issue. Because I liked that kitty cat. And then number 11 is, I don't know how to pronounce it. E. And it's depicting a rug. It's in their Rugs of the Southwest series. It is a full coverage piece. However, I have absolutely zero plans to work at full coverage. The reason it's full coverage is meant to look like a rug. And pronounced Yea, Y-E-A. And this is a stylized Navajo deity. It came from sand painting designs, religious ceremonies. Will Evans, a trader at the Shiprock, and this is in New Mexico on the San Juan River. Shiprock is, I'm not talking about the town, I'm talking about Shiprock, because I don't know that I've ever been to the town. It is a rock in the middle of absolutely nothing else. There's nothing there. You can see it from the highway. It is a rock that literally looks like a ship. We didn't get to go up to it because it was too late and they were closed. But look up a picture of it. It's amazing. So then number 12 is Pueblo Pottery number 8. And I plan to do this one. I believe that's Santa Clara pottery. My parents had one that looked like this. They were given quite a bit of pottery. They worked for a long time on Isla Pueblo in New Mexico. And Pueblo pottery number 2 is number 13. Haha. And I plan on doing this one. She calls it here flute player. This is Hopi pottery. Aren't these gorgeous? I got these 3 at a cross stitching shop in Albuquerque. I think it's called the Secret Garden. Number 14 is Tabby's Halloween. Teresa Kogut. I'm going to do this on linen that I have that I bought for a fall berry, and it'll be perfect with this, I think. All of that's going to fall on my dog's head. Can you hear her snoring? She's snoring. Okay, so the number 9 is Let It Snow. I bought the snowman already. I want to put it on. It's not this snowman, but it is a snowman. And this is by Stitchin with the Housewives. And then number 15, I've had this for a long time. Honey Bunny. Let's see if there's a copyright on here. I don't see a copyright. It's probably there, but I don't see it. I've had these patterns for quite some time. And then 16 is Snowed In. I've had it for at least 2 years, I would say, but I'm not sure. At different times. And then number 17, Maggie May, one of the Animal Crackers series by Stacy Nash. Look at the little bunny. The bunnies have returned to our neighborhood. I've seen a lot of them around. They were missing for a while, I think, hiding. I don't know, but they're back. And then this was given to me by a viewer. It's Stitch Toolbox Halloween 2020 edition, Cobblestone Castle. If I have enough of that thread that I'm going to do Tabby's Halloween on, I'll do that on that. And then this is by Cute Patterns by Maria Hedgehog. I bought this several years ago and never did it. I don't know when. Poor Rogue, I'm afraid that's going to all fall on her head. And then number 20, Autumn Basket, Hands-on Design. Number 21, A Sweet Memory. And it says, seems like only yesterday that you were very small and left for me a memory of handprints on the wall. And it says down here 2022. But my son never, with me, played with these things. He might have in his foster home. I plan to leave the bear, but I might stitch a little white t-shirt on it. He never played with these things. His favorite thing from the moment I got him at two and a half was swimming. He wanted to be in the water constantly. He was afraid of it for about, I don't know, 10 seconds before, right as I first got him, because he'd never been in a swimming pool before. But then he just fell in love and he just loved it. Swim circles around me by the time he was 6 years old. And then 22 is Easter Book. This is by Twin Peak Primitives. The pattern was not as easy to read as others of theirs that I got. I think if I bought it in a store, it would have been fine. I couldn't get it to work in Pattern Keeper because I thought maybe I could see it better there. So then I just let it go. But so many of these I love. And I wanted to start this one, and it wasn't in the PDF file. So I'm not positive I have it now. They sent me another file, but it was basically like the whole book again. So I think it was in there, and I think maybe that'll be the one that I do. But honestly, they're all very nice. I can't read this to you, but I can't read it because I can't see it. On the other print I have of this, you can see it. But if I don't do that one, I might do this one. I don't know. They're very cute. This little one in the corner says, "He is risen." Wow, we're coming down to the end here. I'm so sorry this is taking so long. 24 is Hands-On Design Blackberry. And then, I didn't do this on purpose, I swear I didn't. 25, St. Nick's Berry. Again, I like the little one better, but yeah, I'm not stitching on silk gauze, so. Yeah. Anyway, maybe this one only has one. Anyway, that's a Santa Claus berry. And that's it. And I thank you if you watch the whole thing with me. I appreciate it. By next week, I'll know exactly which starts I'll have, and I'll have to hurry up and get them all ready so that I'll be ready to start on the 1st. I hope you guys have a fantastic, safe Christmas. Thanks for being here. Thank you to the new subscribers I've gotten. And Rogue would thank you too if she wasn't sound asleep. So I'll talk to you next week.